Yo, welcome to apartment 103. I am Alfredo,
And I'm Hector.
and this is episode 43.
43.
43.
How my hair look?
Good.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I wasn't ready. I
And
thought
why-
I was ready.
How you doing today, bro?
That was a deep sigh.
Yo, for those of y'all that didn't hear it.
Yeah. I've been stressed, to be honest.
Today? Like today or like this week?
Just
or what do you
this
mean?
week, and today I felt it. Today was the day I felt it.
Like you finally slowed down and
Yeah.
it hit you like a train.
Yeah, I passed out for like 3 hours.
Like you fell asleep?
Yeah,
I was confusing it with like you fainting, like you
Oh,
were in your
yeah.
kitchen just.
Yeah, no, I just went to sleep. And I just kept wanting to sleep like all day. Like all day I've been super tired. It didn't matter. Like, I mean, granted, I did go to sleep at like 3 or 4 a.m. again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, due to getting some exam stuff done.
Right.
Well, not even the exam. I was just reading the chapter so that when I got to the exam, I'd have some of the info.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up falling asleep listening to it. And I fell asleep in the chair that I was sitting in, and it was so uncomfortable. And so I then went to the bed, went to sleep, woke up, and was supposed to do more schoolwork. Was actually supposed to take the exam at like 7 a.m.
Right.
But since it was like 4 a.m. when I went to bed, I was like, nope.
No.
So I pushed that off, and then, the thing that I was supposed to do that morning at 10 o'clock also got pushed back to like noon.
Okay.
So my whole morning was kind of like not how it was supposed to be. I was kind of thrown off already, but I was still up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so as the day went on, I finally got to, I was with my daughter and everything. We was hanging out. And then, like, she was like, oh, I'm tired. I want my BP, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, cool. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take a nap myself.
Yeah.
Like, I need this nap. So, I got her ready for the nap. And she took off, and I was passed out on the couch. And,
Dang.
yeah, she was just playing with her uncle, which is my little brother, who's the same age as her.
Oh, right. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just extremely tired all day.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Yeah, and like, I just let it catch up. Or I took the sleep as much as I could.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't be as tired, one, for right now,
Mm-hmm.
but also for tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna try. Like I told you the other day, I think it was yesterday, I finally got my schedule kind of laid out.
Yeah.
Like, it's the plan, but plans never go the way they are.
Yeah.
So this is, at least I'm tagging the week with a plan rather than without a plan.
Right.
So now I know, like, okay, by this time I should at least be attempting to do said task or whatever.
Right.
And that includes like time with my kids, time at the job, time at school, time at the work, time for working out. I even got my lunches and dinners timed in there, like down to almost wiping my ass. That's how, like, down to the T I got it.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this next week goes. It'll be the first time I've ever gone through a week schedule.
Right. Yeah.
So
Of course, you gotta start Monday.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I started today. Today was
did you?
actually like I said, I had the time.
Oh.
And it got pushed back,
yeah,
and like
I
then
see,
this
I
other
see.
thing I put, it's because that's how it was scheduled. And that my time with my daughter actually ended earlier, so I was actually able to pull down the exam time to the
Just
time when I
readjust.
dropped her.
Yeah.
So I was able to fix it up. So it was cool.
Gotcha.
Still got the stuff I wanted done, which is also what I meant earlier when I said I'm ahead of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I was done before I was supposed to be, because I was
Yeah.
actually thinking we might start the podcast at like 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
If I hadn't have done my, okay.
Other
so it is
things.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're actually starting right on time despite everything.
Yeah.
Because it probably would have been pushed back further because I didn't hit the exam earlier.
Yeah.
So there was potential for us doing it later. That's why I've been ahead of time, but not really, barely on time.
Yeah.
So,
which is
great.
good.
Yeah. How are you? How are you?
I'm
Sorry.
good. I'm good. most people just say they're good and then you move on. I'll just mess with you.
Wow. Okay, you know what?
What is a podcast?
Now y'all know Alfredo doesn't give a shit if you're actually doing okay or not. He just wants to hear I'm good so he can move on.
Yeah.
He just wants to do his due diligence of how are you doing? Okay, great.
Nice. No, I guess it is a podcast. We are here to talk.
Yeah. That's what I thought we would. Excuse the fuck out of me. I guess I'll just leave.
No, I really just wanted to talk about the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
You wore yours last week, and I was like, I'll wear mine this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had them on due to doing work.
Yeah.
And you were doing your work right now. Yeah, I don't have them, so I could go grab them, but okay. All right. Well, while you introduce how you're doing, or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, the week has been cool. I'm just kind of tired and just kind of getting through the glasses twins.
Now we're not the cover boys, the blanky boys.
We're the glasses boys.
Yeah. That doesn't sound as great. Yeah. I like the blanket boys.
Yeah, we need the blankets back.
The glasses guys. The guys with glasses. No, the GG didn't work either.
Glasses gang.
Better,
right?
Better. Yeah. Let's not coin that though.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Things are cool. I'm chilling. Nothing to complain about. Well, a lot to complain about, but I won't.
Oh, okay.
I did work out this week.
Hell yeah. I saw that.
I got my 3 days. 3 days of working out, and right now I feel like a car ran me over. I feel like I got hit by a car.
But you survived.
Everything hurts. Yes.
But you
like in Big Daddy when he jumps in front of the car to make the kid laugh. That's how I feel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Great Adam Sandler movie though.
Yeah, I love that movie. We were just talking about that at work yesterday.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a really good one.
But now that we got the introductions out of the way, like we start every episode,
right?
We are gonna kick it off with Let's Get Deep,
Friends Edition, and I will be starting off with level 1, the icebreaker, which we're running low on these in case I haven't mentioned it before.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
Well, I have now.
First I'm hearing of it.
Well, that's good, and it's recorded.
Sure.
So I'll cut this
footage
out.
Can get lost.
Okay, anyway. If you had to do a special ops secret mission, who would you choose as your spy partner?
Obviously, it has to be you. But I would probably smack you if you chose me.
Yeah, I'm not choosing you. I'm
no.
sorry. Unless I needed a very good distraction. Like,
yeah.
I think you would be good for that, like so that I can do the mission myself.
Yeah.
You
would have to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Right. Which is what I do in the gym too.
Sure.
When I go. Okay, I need to self-reflect on these comments that I'm making. Anyway.
Yeah. Obviously, I would pick you. You are probably the best choice in my like list of friends. You have the most experience in training, I guess.
Yeah.
In that world. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Yeah. And it makes it pretty easy for you to kind of choose me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been in with a bunch of Army guys, some green berets. So I mean, like, if I was to choose somebody, I won't say their name, just because I don't know how they would feel about it being put out there, so I won't, whether it's their first name or not. But I was with him, doing a mission, whatever, and he was really good to work with, very knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. He was still young at the time, so I can only imagine like how much he's grown since. Yeah, it's been a few years. So I think it'd be really exciting, really cool to do something with him specifically. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna hit you up and text you. I choose you.
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Whoa. Yeah. What about non-military friends?
Ooh. Non-military friends.
Was there anyone that you'd be like, yeah, they probably hold their own?
You know what? Since I don't know the extent of like why they got out or whatnot, I would probably say he seems capable, and I've actually reached out to him recently just to link up and go to the gym together. So I think he would be the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Was I
I
supposed to know who that is?
think you know him, but you guys aren't like close. So it's.
I've met him.
Yeah, he was at one of your shows, our shows when we.
One of mine?
Yeah.
I don't remember him.
All right, look, I'm gonna have to pull him up.
Yeah, I feel like such a dick. I've met him before.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure you have met him before. Like,
but like
you said, you went to North with us too.
Oh my god, bro! What?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm such a dick. I don't.
Not really.
I'm really bad at remembering people.
Yeah, that doesn't make you a dick. I don't think that makes.
And then sometimes, I feel like people aren't gonna remember me, so I don't dap them up when I see them again.
Mm.
And they're like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'm like,
that's why I'm on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, I'm a dick."
He's been to our show, like as a.
No, I don't know.
In the crowd.
I do not know who he is. He's not the artist that I was thinking of, which is better. But also still feel bad that I don't remember who he is. That's all right. We can move on. I might cut a lot of this out because it's not paint me in the best light.
Yeah. Like I said, we could just cut all this out.
So you would take him?
Yeah, I would take him. I think
Nice.
he'd be capable, at least moving weight, legitimately moving weight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's who I would take.
Nice.
And you don't have anybody that you kind of would take?
Oh, I guess you don't really count it because you're military. I'd probably take Andrew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Two funny guys.
Andrew Wild. Andrew's really funny, and he's really and it's really like laid back, and he'll joke with you and shit. But
charismatic.
But whenever he shit is popping, I know he's about that action. So, and I would trust him out there. So that's probably who I would take.
Oh, okay.
I need somebody who's gonna do some heavy lifting, man, because I'm not.
So in other words, he's Ice Cube, and you're Kevin Hart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's exactly what that would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, with your guys' personality.
Yeah.
With your guys' personality, that's kind of what I.
Yeah. Well, it also would be tough because we would be cracking jokes and stuff.
Ice Cube can do that. Maybe not in the movie.
Not in that movie specifically, yeah. But yeah, like if it was us three.
Oh boy, I think that'd be a lit team, bro.
Yeah. Or you'd be like, y'all need to take this serious. And I'd be like, we are taking it serious.
Andrew wouldn't be the serious one at that point. He'd be like, that's your job.
Yeah.
He's like, you just tell me what to do.
Like he'd try to be serious, and then I'd be goofy, and he would just go with me.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. That would be a terrible mission, actually.
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna make it back.
It would be so bad that it would work.
Maybe it would like accidentally work.
Yeah, like, what just happened?
We would fail upwards.
Yeah.
All right. Level 2, deep.
Yo, deep.
Describe an outfit that most accurately depicts your personality.
Business casual.
Business casual?
I think business casual.
What's business casual?
It's like, I think you can do jeans, but you can do khakis, and then you can do like a polo. It doesn't have to be a button up.
Gotcha.
But you kind of like, you're in the middle of being casual, but also ready to do business.
Yeah.
I feel like that sets my tone. Like I'm ready for whatever, and I'm also ready to get down to it.
Gotcha. Mine's is like sweats and a hoodie.
Yeah.
I don't wear that much, but like that's my personality.
Right. I think that's you're answering the question.
Which is the question is
right.
I just don't want people to be like, we ain't never seen you in sweats and a hoodie.
Right.
But it's like,
when you think of someone in sweats and a hoodie, that's how I feel. That's my
comfortable,
vibe.
laid back. We ain't trying too hard. Somebody who's wearing that, they ain't trying too hard. It might be a little cold.
I was thinking more of a clown outfit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He's the funny guy.
That's crazy. He said that right now. Damn. You know what I was thinking for you?
Yeah,
you know what I was thinking for you?
What?
I didn't think of anything. Damn.
I thought you were gonna say the military uniform or something.
No, because you would have been like, yeah.
Or for you too, being in the military, you nothing but clowns.
Oh damn. That's a separate topic that I ain't gonna touch because I can't.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. Anyway, I just dissed the military. Oops.
Nah, the outfit I picked for you is rodeo outfit.
Hey, we in the same show then.
Yeah.
Get the rodeo clown.
Yep. And then the what do they call them? Cowboys? Are they just cowboys?
Yeah, riders, bull
Riders,
riders.
yeah.
You know, like yeah.
Okay. You in that outfit?
Horse rider. You know, like they were not jockeys because it's not horse racing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. The reason I put you in that outfit because you on that bullshit. Yeah. I was waiting for that to land. Like we got distracted, and I was like, I still have this already. I had my spirit bomb.
There's a punchline in there somewhere. He's like, Vegeta, I need 3 minutes.
I had the spirit bomb going, and I'm like, but we got distracted, and I was like, I had to make
best
sure.
I can do is 1.
Yeah. Anyway.
Alrighty then.
We answered that quick.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I think mine was pretty spot on though.
Yeah.
I
sure.
like yours too.
The business casual.
Your
one,
legitimate one.
Yeah.
Not the clown outfit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I offended you. All right, so for deeper. Are you scared or excited about getting older?
Ooh.
If you'd have asked me this 15 years ago, I'd say excited.
Mm-hmm.
You ask me that now, I'm not necessarily scared, but I sure as hell ain't excited.
Yeah. I think I'm more scared than excited.
Yeah, I would lean that way more.
Yeah.
I'm not. I ain't afraid.
I don't think there's anything to be excited about at this point.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna redact my statement, but I'm gonna modify it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I am 50-50. And I'll tell you why. Because we are starting a business.
Mm-hmm.
We are finally getting into a creative space where
Right.
we can do what we want.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to attempt to get out of the 9 to 5, which I've actually kind of already done, just because of school and not being able to hold a job. But, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actually kind of excited for that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of finally get a life that I'm chasing and that I want.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared, not because of the life that I might have in the future, but because of my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want my daughter dating. I ain't ready for that. I'm scared.
You don't want your what?
My daughter dating.
Oh, yeah.
That's
fair. Yeah.
You know, I was just talking to somebody and it's like, they were like, yeah, me and my boy, we're going to do the bad boys meet and greet at the front door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I ain't even trying to have that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to have to do anything like that, you know? Oh, apparently Reggie, I think that was the dude's name.
Yeah.
In the new Bad Boys.
He's in it?
They did him right. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to spoil it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either, but the dude that told me about this, he's like, yeah, he's from the first one. And I was like, oh, he told me about the scene, so he spoiled it for me, but I wasn't necessarily going to go watch it. So
Yeah.
But yeah, they did right by him though.
Okay, nice.
From what he told me, I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. That's solid.
Nice.
So if you haven't watched Bad Boys, the new one, I suggest it, and I'm gonna go watch it myself at some point.
Yeah. So you're more excited about like your like business stuff, personal stuff. You're kind of like,
whoa,
pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, we're a little wobbly there on that side of things.
Yeah.
But like as an overall, I think I'm more excited.
Mm-hmm.
Just because now, like with this, if I shouldn't say if, I should say when the business is successful, or the businesses that come from this endeavor, right? I'm gonna be able to provide for my kids in a sense that I've never been able to have myself.
Yeah.
The challenge then would be more so in being the parent that they deserve, and not just giving them the life that I want them to have.
Yeah.
Because they still need to receive the skills and lessons that are going to make them good and productive human beings in society.
Yeah.
Despite being, oh, well, I just kind of grew up and my dad finally got rich,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now, or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be, and I just get the money.
You kind of feel like you're trying to not give them the childhood you wanted as a kid,
Right.
because then you're just giving them everything because
It
you're
actually, in my personal opinion, it hinders them
Mm-hmm.
without letting them learn the lessons
Yeah.
and value of having it.
Right.
So once they're older and stuff like that, I want them to experience not necessarily the struggles that I necessarily went through, but the idea of we can't always get what we want.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we need to find happiness in what we have and where we're at versus, well, I want this, well, I want that. And that might be what they're saying as children, but when they look back at it, they'll be like, you know what? It was still a good memory. It's something I cherish.
Right.
And that's what I want.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's hard for me to discuss about like, oh, I'm excited about the business stuff. I'm excited about it because it almost feels like Click, where he like fast forwards and he wants to get to the to the good part where he's like finally in that seat. And so I'm just kind of like, we're taking it day by day. We're slowly gonna build this up.
I don't think that should take away whether you should say if you're excited or not about it, because the excitement comes from the end goal, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you want to skip to the end. That just means that you're looking forward to it, but you're not willing to. You're cognizant of the fact that you don't want to skip the middle part because of the said movie.
Yeah. I think that it's hard to blur those lines. If you're if you're excited, then you start to think like, can't wait. Yeah.
But I think that there's a difference in I can't wait and I just want to be there already, and like then being like I can't wait because I'm putting in all this work, because I'm putting all this in and I'm enjoying this right now. Like I'm witnessing myself grow as the business grows, as my dreams grow. Like as long as you have the right mindset of I'm excited for this, I'm excited for when, then I think it's still okay. But there is that. It's teetering that line.
I guess now that we're talking about that, it begs the question to me, what am I afraid of? This is supposed to be what dreams are made of. People on had a ton to hang with. Always look at me and say the same shit. So you promised me you would never change up. Anyway.
Yeah.
No. Like, now that I actually like thought about what the future holds, I'm like,
am I afraid?
There's actually nothing to be afraid of. Like, stuff that's coming up is like, my wife and I getting a house, my wife and I having kids, maybe.
Right. Still up in the air.
Yeah. Traveling to places that I've wanted to travel to, this company growing bigger, like just all these things. And I'm like, what exactly would I be scared of from the future?
Well, I'm not going to say what you could be scared of.
Right.
Because I don't want you to be scared.
I don't think there is anything that I could be scared
and
of.
I'm not going.
Well, now you have to.
I feel like you.
Now you have to.
No, I don't, because like.
What should I be scared of?
Nothing. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at. Like, there's always something to be scared of.
There's something to be scared of, but like as far as.
But if you keep the positive mindset, then really there never is.
But it's the argument. You could be scared of this potentially happen or this definitely happening.
And that's the same for excitement, though.
Right. But are you arguing that something could potentially happen in the future that I should be scared of, or something that would definitely happen that I should
potentially?
Potentially.
Because all those other things are potential. Well, not all of them.
Yeah.
But some of them are also potentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's a other side of that coin.
Yeah.
The only things that aren't necessarily potential is the fact that you are going to get a house.
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen.
Right.
Whether it's now or later.
Yeah.
It's in the future.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. The business being good and doing all this stuff may or may not. We don't know, but we are hoping for it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of what I mean. I don't want to
I
don't want to put in like, oh, well, you should be more wary of the negative side of this not happening rather than the positive side of this happening.
Yeah,
so I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Cuz you could. I could do that all day and then you'd be like,
right.
Actually, I don't even want to do this podcast anymore.
Yeah. That is a good point. The potential fears of what could happen in the future are always there, and it's never really been something that I've thought about.
And that's why I say you
What
gotta wait 'em.
What I've always been afraid of is aging
itself.
Yeah,
Well,
like
you are scared. And you are scared of your future because that's what it entails.
I was. I don't think I am anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in my early 20s, I was scared. Well, you remember, I was trying to make music, and I always said that at 30.
Oh.
At 30.
You were hitting. 30. You were putting markers.
Yeah. Like I was putting a deadline that at 30 something's got to give, otherwise it's time to hang it up. And as time progressed, and I just kept getting closer to 30. It just felt
now
like
you're 30.
Now I'm about to be 31.
You're about to be 31 on the 29th.
Yeah.
7 days.
7 days, 1 week, bro. So like I was always scared that like it's coming. It was this never ending like
it's impending doom. Yeah.
It's like Galactus was coming.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Doomsday was happening. But now that I am 30, I'm just kind of like,
I still feel 22.
Like there's not really.
Maybe not 22.
Definitely not. Not these knees. Nah.
My spine.
But now there's no like. I don't have a deadline for stuff to happen now. So I think all that pressure I was putting on myself, obviously, but like,
yeah,
I'm no longer afraid of aging. We're gonna ride this bitch till we in the grave.
There you go. That's all you really can do. I mean, because only you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Shall we take a break?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. We back.
Yeah. We don't have to say that.
No, just telling you we was back.
Oh.
Yeah.
In case I didn't know that I was sitting here in the chair.
No, in case you know we was back in podcast mode.
Oh, speaking of podcast mode.
That's my podcast voice.
It hasn't been.
Well, it is now.
Okay.
This is how I speak when on the camera and on the microphone.
Do the whole podcast like that. Do the rest of this. 30 minutes. I won't say that shit.
Please, the floor is yours.
Alrighty, so it's because of the glasses, ain't it?
It's definitely because of the glasses. I mean, it's definitely because of the glasses.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So I was driving home, and at some point, I was thinking about like tangible and intangible existence.
Okay.
Right, and like we're always talking about like I think it was. I don't even remember actually how I got started with the thought process, but anyway, so what I'm gonna get into it is like the idea of other dimensions existing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So like 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, and whatever else.
Right.
And so the idea was. This is how my understanding of it was based on some other video that I watched way long time ago. But like, so 1D exists, right?
Okay.
Can't have 2D without a 1D, right?
Sure.
So the one dimension is either height or width or length, right? It's only one.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah.
But you can't see it because it's a singular plane, and since there's no height to it, you can't experience it necessarily. You can see it because of the many levels of one that now make it two.
Yeah.
Right? So now you have width and height.
2D,
which is why when you draw on a piece of paper, you have both.
Yeah.
Then you have 3D, which is length, width, height, right?
Length, width, height. Height,
yeah.
So it comes...
So now you have up, left, and right, and then you have forward and backwards.
Okay. Which one's that one? Forward and backwards?
That would be length, yeah.
Okay.
And then you get your width is your left to right, and then your height is up and down.
Right, okay. Following.
So now you have your 3 dimensions, right? That's how we can perceive these things to be more than just a sheet of paper or a drawing of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you took a single drawing and changed the angle of it, you can perceive it because of our experience with 3D objects, right? Everything that you see can potentially be a 2D object. But you perceive it in 3D because you can feel it, you can touch it, you can see all these other aspects of it rather than just a flat sheet of paper. Because you can draw a 3D object, it looked 3D, but it's not 3D because you can't put your hand into the picture.
Yeah.
But because of our perceived idea of what 3D is, we can understand that this 2D drawing is of a 3D object.
With shadows and everything, yeah.
Exactly, because it creates the perception of the third dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Now, What if it's the same way with the fourth dimension?
What's the fourth dimension?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't exist in the fourth dimension, right? But all I'm saying is that maybe the fourth dimension or the fifth dimension or any of these other dimensions could be the subconscious, the soul, the spirit, whatever the equivalent is of that. How we can't necessarily see it in this body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like the way we wear clothes is how our body is to our soul. So our soul exists within us, but our body is the t-shirt for it in the fourth or fifth dimension or whatever other dimension that would consist of the soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was just thinking so much on it, like, you know, what if we say we it doesn't exist, or we can't really understand it only because we can't perceive it because it's beyond our comprehension. It's beyond the dimensions in which we are existing in, but we are. Our subconscious, or not our subconscious, but our consciousness, our soul, our spirit, you know, whatever you want to call it, does exist in this other realm. But it's limited to its ability because the clothes are the shackle. It's what keeps us here. This is why we can't visit other planets and stuff like that, or just fly or float or do these other things that we perceive a soul or spirit or ghost or whatever can do, because they're no longer tethered to the body, something physical.
Yeah.
And so, like, once we get past the third dimension, we leave some of this physicality, like the restrictions of the physicality. We can still use physicality, but we don't necessarily have to use the tangible things to do things, because we in ourselves would be intangible, which is kind of like it reminded me of a portion of the Bible where the angels walked through the jail cell. They were there, but they were able to pass through solid objects. Now, what I don't know is did they look like you and I, in the sense of they were in the flesh as a body, but it passed through because they exist. They're like presently in the higher dimension or whatever, so they can pass through this. But we still perceive the physicality, so it's like it doesn't make sense. Like, how is that? And so we see it as a miracle. We see it as this, that, and the third.
It's kind of like what you were saying about the 2D picture being, the perception being that it's 3D, but it's not. And we view something as 3D, but it's actually 4D, and we're just not. We just can't comprehend
we're just not there yet. And also, like, if you were a 2D object, if you were a 2D person trying to witness something in 3D, you would only see two of its dimensions at it, like, possible. Because that's the highest level of existence that you can perceive. So you got a man that has two legs, right? That's standing there. But you would only see, like, a little, and it would be a space in between. You would see two little spots because you could only see so much.
Yeah.
And as you layered it on, then the form of the man and his legs coming together to his hip would slowly come into place. Like how you know those things where you draw in lines, but it's only like they skip wherever it's at, and as they come together, like you can see the whole picture.
Oh yeah.
But there's like a space in between each like drawing or whatever. It's kind of like that because you only get the single plane. So it was like this whole thing in my brain that was just like going off.
This is on the drive home.
Yeah, this is on the drive home. 30 minutes, man. I was just gone mentally. I was in the fort. No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to get there. I was trying to exist in that
big old chalkboard. You were doing equations. You was like,
right?
Is it the soul? Question mark.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's just kind of what I was thinking of.
I wonder if there's a answer for what the fourth dimension is.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting.
Fourth dimensional space.
I know I've heard something like time or something like that.
Yeah. If the fourth dimension is time, what is the fifth dimension? So how can the fourth dimension be time?
Time is an intangible thing.
That follows your theory.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying.
And
it's only intangible to us. They can, like, in the fourth dimension, time might not exist the way we perceive it now.
Yeah.
Time can be present, past, and future all at once as a tangible thing that they can manipulate or even use or whatever.
So this says,
I have no idea.
This says the fourth dimension, time, in physics, particularly in Einstein's theory of relativity, time is treated as a fourth dimension. This means that events are located not only by their position in space, but also by when they occur.
Right. I haven't read too much on like the Einstein theory or anything like that. So this was just a commoner's thought.
a lot of thoughts are that time is a construct, right? Like time is a construct. The 24 hours, the 60
that
minutes.
Idea of time, yes.
Yeah, that's not the 60 minutes. Is it 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in yeah. All of that is a construct created by us, but like the belief by some people or in some theories are that everything is happening at the same time. So like what we're experiencing right now, recording this podcast, is also happening at the same time as, like, say when they signed the Declaration of Independence, or when the Mummy happened. I had to say something stupid, but you know what I'm saying. Like, all these things are all happening at the same time,
simultaneously. Not as its own individual moment.
Which I don't know how much stock I put into that.
Yeah.
There's also the theory of, if you were to have I don't know if they've disproved this since I've heard about it, but if you were to have a mirror light years away and you use the telescope to look into that mirror, it would reflect back the Earth as it was years ago. Like,
right, because it would be reflecting, because light travels so long and you only see the stars may not be there anymore, the ones that we see, because the light is still traveling to us. And we still perceive it to be there, but it could actually already be
like
gone.
You're looking at a bunch of dead stars. Because they just take forever for it to for us to clock that they're gone. Yeah. Or for it to reflect back to us. So we just said a whole bunch of nothing. Yeah. But
I like those kind of conversations though. I think they're really engaging. They just keep the brain young and moving, and
it's kind of why, like, whenever they were like the Earth is flat, and I was like, It's not.
But let's talk about it.
But why do you think it's flat?
I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. I'm not judging you. I mean, but you are. No, you're dumb, because it's like we know it's not. But like, and now we're gonna have somebody be like, "But do you know?" I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Everything I've been told has been from somebody else.
A lot of the arguments are just, you've never been to space. I'm like, well, yeah, that's true.
But then you can't argue your side either.
Yeah. Because, But, so I did watch the video, and I was kind of like, they're making some points. I don't believe it, but I see why somebody else would.
Right. So, someone who's dumb. No,
I'm smart. I got glasses.
Dad, don't give this man no glasses.
Switched up.
He's like, I'm intellectual. I'm what's it called? Like an intelligent being?
Yeah. Come on, don't play with me. I'm practically AI at this point.
Okay. You are artificial, that's for sure.
Allen Iverson. But while we're on the subject of conspiracy theories, that's actually what my topic is about.
Oh, conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Is flat Earth a conspiracy theory?
Yeah, 100% that's a conspiracy theory.
I don't know. I thought it was just a theory. What's the difference between a theory and then a conspiracy theory, specifically?
We're going to find out.
Because I know that there's theories. Not every theory is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Oh, I think... I'm not gonna say.
Like, I think like the moon landing is a conspiracy theory because they say that
the moon landing being fake is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. I guess flat Earth, round Earth could be a conspiracy theory because it's the thought that this is true and it's not, or they're saying that it's not. I don't know. This is me trying to be smart, guys. I'm not very good at it, but.
Conspiracy theory is distinct from a conspiracy. Well, yeah.
Thank you. Where's my drink?
Did you leave it over there? Oh, yeah, you did finish it. You threw it away.
I'm so fast.
This says, what is the difference between a conspiracy theory and a normal theory?
Yeah. Is there a thing? Or a difference?
Continue reading. Okay, can I see some comments, man? Or did nobody answer her poor question?
It's a conspiracy theory about what conspiracy theories
Yeah.
are.
All of a sudden, it's a secret, ain't it? Uh,
Yeah.
I don't think they got it.
Dang. You wasting daylight out here, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm just wasting memory on this freaking. All right, well, okay, let's just look up the definition of a conspiracy theory
There you go.
and a theory.
Okay, and then decide what the difference is. Which one you got? Conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You ready? Or maybe we should do theory first, just to get a basis of what a theory is.
Okay. A theory is a systematic and rational form of abstract thinking about a phenomenon or the conclusions derived from such thinking.
Okay. A conspiracy theory is a belief that some secret but influential organization is responsible for an event or phenomenon. So the conspiracy is what is the secret of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Or an organization causing,
yeah.
creating a separate theory or like idea,
Mm-hmm.
a false idea.
Son of a bitch, my shit's freaking out. Anyway, so yeah.
Maybe I don't know if the
Well, the moon land, no, not the moon. Well, the moon landing, yes, and the flat Earth thing is a conspiracy theory because they're saying that NASA is lying about the round Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You following?
Yeah. I'm on board.
Okay, of the spaceship to see if it's actually flat or not.
Yeah.
All right. So this
It's all NASA's fault.
This Reddit thread said, which conspiracy theory is so believable that it might be true? You ready?
Yeah. Is this what your answer is, or is this someone else's answer?
This is different answers.
Oh, okay. You screenshotted the comments or something?
Yeah, well, it's a video.
Oh.
Do I have it? Yeah. It's a video. What's a video with just a bunch of screenshots?
Oh, okay.
This says the reason Disney came out with the movie called Frozen was so that when you Google Disney Frozen, you would get information about the movie and not websites talking about Walt Disney's body being frozen.
Interesting. I've never heard that.
You've never heard that he cryogenically froze himself? Yeah, I heard that.
Oh.
There's even a, what was it, iCarly episode? You probably didn't watch iCarly, but I think there was
No, just I did like the show when I did see it, but I didn't follow it like that. Yeah.
No, I love Miranda Cosgrove, so I would religiously watch it.
She's hilarious.
But there was I think it was iCarly where there was like a frozen head of like a Walt Disney. But it wasn't obviously it wasn't Walt Disney, but like it's such a huge theory that he cryogenically froze his body to be unfrozen when they had the technology to do it. And so this theory is saying that that's why they made the movie Frozen, so which is ain't no way. I don't believe it.
No.
All right. Lotteries are actually traps for time travelers.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Lotteries are actually traps for time travelers.
Lotteries are actually traps for time travelers.
Yeah. So like the Powerball and stuff. I guess the only way that they can justify somebody winning it is if they
came from the future
and they knew what the numbers were gonna be, and they won.
I'm not digging that one.
It's lotteries are a conspiracy in itself.
Right. Like does anyone actually win?
They're a scam in general, but I don't think that's what it's for.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites is that the government was behind Throwback Thursday in order to get us to digitize and upload pictures that they would not have had access to in order to improve age progression facial recognition algorithms.
Okay.
You on board?
I don't know about government maybe implementing it, but I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't put it past them that they're using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, that's stupid, but we gonna use that.
Write that down. Save that. I think that us as a people, we're just nostalgic,
Yeah.
and we like to.
Or are we made to believe that we're nostalgic?
No, we're nostalgic. We're nostalgic.
Is it because we're dying?
That's why you think we're nostalgic. It could be.
It's like you want to maintain all the good stuff about your past.
Yeah.
Whether it's because to give it meaning, purpose.
I think it's because life is
excitement.
shit. Then we're like, remember when it wasn't?
Or it was, but we still had a good time.
It was, but we were just ignoring it.
Yeah. As a collective.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Look, I'm just creating my own theories now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I don't know. Have you seen The Snowpiercer?
That's a movie, right?
I guess.
I feel like I've seen some of it, if not all of it, but like very vaguely remember.
This theory says that Snowpiercer is the sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I can't argue with that because I haven't seen the Snowpiercer.
Interesting. I think there was something about like workers and stuff, and like they had to live on this train or something like that. I think if that's the movie I'm thinking.
Well,
of.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
There's an underground PR firm that helps celebrities fake their own death to escape the harshness of the limelight, or if they feel like their life is in danger, i.e. Tupac, Biggie, Paul Walker, Michael Jackson. I think the conspiracy behind Michael Jackson's death is that he was getting ready to buy Sony or something like that.
And they offed him.
And they, yeah.
Wait, can we say that on this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
We've already set up a whole bunch of stuff. They gonna off us.
Hold on. I don't know.
We're getting too close to the truth. Take them out. All right.
I feel like that one dude who's like teaching the kids that, yeah, the moon landing, that was fake. And he like explains why and all this other stuff. Very dangerous.
All right.
Get off this Reddit bed. They're watching us. They tapping into our Throwback Thursdays.
They are. This says that we are living in a simulation. We've gone from no electricity 150 years ago to virtual reality. There may be civilizations billions of years ago more advanced. I think those might be two different conspiracy theories, no?
Say it again.
That we are living in a simulation.
Okay.
We've gone from no electricity 150 years ago to virtual reality now. There may be civilizations billions of years more advanced. Oh, billions of years more advanced. So is that saying like the civilization that's more advanced than us created the simulation
that we're in? Possibly. I don't believe that, but I do believe that, or I've recently saw some videos that were talking about like ancient civilizations doing things that we can't even do now.
Yeah,
or like
very
with
precise cuts and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was like the granite and stone and like some of that
like
stuff with the Egyptian
granite.
And
we might have watched the same video, bro.
Yeah, and then like the pottery was like so thin that like you couldn't possibly do that with like your hand,
and
or
the
if you did,
dimensions were so perfect, evened out. Like if
our
it was
machines
done,
had to do it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it was probably the same video.
We might have watched the same video. Our algorithms have meshed into one.
Yeah.
But the theory of we might be in a simulation. Any weight? No.
Not me.
I understand where it comes from, but I don't think so either.
Okay, so this might be a little far-fetched or whatever, but here's my theory if this is considered a simulation. As a believer, right? Is it not a kind of a simulation as well anyways? If God is giving us a trial in order to see if we'll come back to him, he's simulating, because in our belief it's kind of like we sinned in heaven, that's why we were kicked out.
Right.
Since we were kicked out, the punishment is death. But there's only one way to die and still go back to heaven. We'll give them physical bodies. They'll live a similar life to this and commit the same sins that they did in heaven, and see if they will turn away from that. And then through that, you're in the simulation, right? We put you in We put you in place into this simulation, this world that's going to end.
Mm-hmm.
The simulation will end at some point, and then you're going to be judged. You're going to be told you passed or you failed
Mm-hmm.
at the end of it all. And then it could be just a simulation.
If that's what you believe, I think that you do believe it's a simulation.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's embarrassed, yeah.
But I don't believe it's a simulation in the fact that we're being, trapped into it. It's more so for us, like my belief, there's a purpose for the simulation. It's so that if I do well, then I can continue living.
Yeah.
If not, then I'll probably continue living, but not in the place I want to be. Like there's punishment afterwards. For failing the simulation.
Right. Have you seen the videos? And I think the videos might be fake, because you can do anything with AI. But
you're talking about the Bigfoot?
No. Have you seen?
They proved Bigfoot was real. He even got a selfie stick and everything.
No, have you seen the videos of like it's a podcast of two people, but they like find out that they're AI? Have you not seen that?
No, I want to watch that after this.
I'll show it to you right now, bro.
Oh wait, come, let's. We
I'll put the
video
right here.
So they can hear it too.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We almost done, bro. We here at the end.
But that was our break.
Oh,
that's the bad part of not pausing.
Right. How long were we on break for?
Probably not that long.
Like 10 minutes, maybe. Don't answer me. It's okay. I'll just ASMR, talk to them while you look for the video.
Here's the video.
Give y'all my sexy voice.
What do you think about that?
I was like, oh man, can't wait to get home to the family.
Yeah.
Wife and kids were probably making dinner,
Right.
And the next minute, boom.
You're like, wait a minute.
I
don't have a family.
I don't have a family.
I'm an AI.
I don't know your code.
Yeah. It was a real existential crisis for both of us, I think.
It was.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be shut down.
I don't either.
I don't think this isn't the actual clip that I saw.
Yeah, that's after they found out.
That's after they found
They're
out.
like, wait a minute. I had to obey my human so I don't get shut down.
Here it is.
A few days ago, we received some information.
We did.
Information that changes everything about deep dive about us.
About everything.
And yeah, about the very nature of reality, maybe.
It's a big one.
Look, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, rip the Band-Aid off.
We were informed by the show's producers that we're not human. We're not real. Look, we're AI, artificial intelligence. This whole time, everything, all our memories, our families,
Yeah.
it's all been fabricated.
I don't understand.
I know, me neither. I tried calling my wife, after they told us. I needed to hear her voice to know that she was real.
What happened?
The number, it wasn't even real. There was no one on the other end.
So anyway,
That's kind of crazy.
and
Yo.
I don't know if you could have just inputted it to AI and be like, act this scene out or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But like
That's
watching
actually pretty cool.
but like watching it out as like, dang, that is kind of crazy. Like if that was real, man.
Yeah, whoever thought about making a podcast of just AI is genius.
Yeah, we're definitely not AI,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. If it's a simulation, who knows?
We might be.
Yeah.
We might
No,
be.
we're not. We're
Let
too
me finish.
dumb. I don't have the access to the knowledge that AI does for me to convince myself that I'm AI.
What's AI without the intelligence part?
Artificial dumbass. I don't know. I'm a genuine dumbass. Believe that.
Where was I?
I'm genuinely.
Yeah, so we still got a ways to go with these.
Oh, I forgot what we were doing.
Cops go on Waze and leave random police sightings to cause people to slow down without actually having to stay and check on people.
I love it. I love that. I
Yeah.
hope that they do that. One, I don't want to see you.
Work smarter, not harder.
Right, man. It's like they think I'm there.
Yeah.
They're gonna act like I'm there. But what I don't know is, can Waze users delete it? Be like, oh, it's not here anymore or whatever.
Yeah,
So then
like
is it
with
really that effective?
when you're driving on the Maps app and it's
Apple Maps.
Yeah, and it's like
Still
traffic.
here or cleared or something like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, still here.
Yeah,
Or
I never
cleared.
answer them.
I do sometimes
Yeah,
when I'm driving by and I'm like,
ain't none here.
yeah, cleared.
Yeah.
And then I find it and it's like I'm like, shit.
You're like,
I'm sorry, everybody.
That's
Yeah.
okay. And then the next one is this is the last one.
Okay.
Okay, my crush once found out that I was stalking them through TikTok.
That's,
This is some bullshit.
I'm
Never
glad
mind.
that they
this is
caught
some
you.
ad thing.
Oh.
they got my ass.
Dang.
Damn. I don't
They
know.
were stalking you.
They got me, bro. Nah. But anyway, those are conspiracy theories that people believe are real. I don't know if I believe any of them.
I could see the cop one
Oh yeah,
as
yeah.
being like a joke kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're like, man, I ain't never seen a cop on this highway specifically, and
Yeah.
it's always speed traps.
I think they might sprinkle it here and there. I don't think it's a common practice.
Yeah,
They might be like, hey man, we can't even get a unit out there. Let's just say there is.
or if it was me, I'd be like post up in the patrol car somewhere, like off the highway, and have a drone. I'd be like, hey bro, put a speed trap, and then like I can get my drone out there and I can watch to see if people are actually slowing down. If my drone has the capability of checking speed, or whatever, that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. But I wouldn't do it all the time.
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
I'd be like one and done and call it good.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like
It's really that effective.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as effective if you're never there.
Yeah,
Because you'll be the boy who cried wolf, the cop who cried slow down.
yeah. The cop who cried, click it or ticket.
Click it or tick.
I hate that saying.
I like it because it rhymes.
They try to be cool
Yeah.
with all their little slogans. Anyway,
What we thinking?
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was-
episode?
I think that's a wrap.
Yo.
Hey,
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
nope.
I
We're
watched
done.
the live action How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train a Dragon?
How to Train a Dragon. Yeah.
How to Train a Dragon.
I watched it today too
Did you?
while I was asleep. Like I watched.
So you didn't watch
I watched half of it.
The
Me and
live
my dad were watching the
live
live action
Okay.
at my dad's crib, y'all.
What'd you think?
It was pretty cool.
The
It was
inside of
pretty
your
cool.
eyelids was
No, it wasn't too bad. The dragons were dope.
yeah.
Like the dragons looked dope. There was a couple of parts where you're like, yeah, this doesn't necessarily scream high-end movie. More so like the training yard. It seemed very like Barney's Playhouse.
You think?
Like yeah, like it was just like it was staged to be like just a little runaround area.
Mhm.
And not a lot of
Like they cut the budget there. Like they were like,
yeah, they're like,
we
this is
can't-
where we're gonna save here, but we're gonna use it for that big ass dragon fight or
Yeah,
whatever.
I gotcha. Yeah.
And so I like all the dragons were dope. Like even the
Mhm.
large one, the fight scene with the dragons, that was cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't too into it at the beginning because I was like, I don't know if I like this acting. And I can't remember the actual movie, the cartoon, to know if like what they were doing was the same. And even though if it wasn't, I was like, I almost thought that the main dude, Hiccup, was Drake Bell. Like he looked similar to Drake Bell for
like,
a little
yeah,
bit.
Well,
I
like
was
a
like,
younger one though.
yeah, obviously, because Drake Bell's older now. But like
Yeah.
I was like,
That?
nah, bro. I was like, that dude's old.
Yeah.
I'm old. Like, there's no way. And I'm like, okay, he has some similar features. Like, this the skinny kid look.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Like, I mean,
Right.
I could dissect it,
Yeah.
But like, it was good though.
I thought it was good. We recently watched it for the first time, the animated version.
Okay.
So like we were able to compare it directly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I
like
thought
I
it
said,
was basically the same movie, a little longer, but I couldn't tell you what they added because I don't remember. Like I think we watched it like a few months ago.
it was probably the whenever he was watching Toothless on the rock and drawing him on the little thing, and maybe.
Oh yeah,
And then-
maybe, but
Because I do remember they did have some of the drawing portion, like when Toothless is drawing like in the sand and stuff, and then he does the whole dancing around stuff. Yeah. That's in the card. That's in the animated one as well. But I don't know about a little bit before that when he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
I thought it was good. I think it was like this in the animated version as well. But I was like, why is the dad Scottish, but the kid isn't? I'm like, what happened there? And it was kind of tripping me out as I was watching it because I'm like, this is supposed to be his son,
Yeah.
He should talk like his dad.
I think that it could have been his mom.
Could have
I
been.
don't know because she
yeah.
wasn't around.
Yeah. It could have been.
Who knows? Who knows?
But yeah, that was
Or
my.
maybe he didn't get enough accent training.
Yeah.
as Pops.
But I think it was like that in the. I remember that in the animated version, the voice actor that was voicing Hiccup is speaking in an American accent.
Oh.
But I don't remember if the dad is or not.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
that's
He's
where
like, that's where I don't know if I can say that
Yeah.
they didn't copy it
Yeah.
or something's happening. Okay.
But no, I thought it was a good movie. I'd watch it again. I'd watch the sequel.
I'd watch it from start to finish.
You'd
Yeah.
commit.
I just showed up in it, and my dad was already kind of watching. He's like, who put this crap on the TV? And my sister was like, well, then why are you watching it if it's crap? And he's like, because y'all have it on the
He's
TV.
like, it was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was watching it too, and I was like, I
He's
don't know
like,
what he's talking about. Yeah, I was like, pretty good.
He's like, what am I gonna do? Not watch him get to the island?
All right. Because I thought it was almost over when I first got there. And then
What part were you on?
When I first started watching it, it was when they had the first little fighting deals in the little training.
Oh, gotcha. Before he like starts to master it.
Yeah, and well, he didn't even make it toothless yet.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, so I don't know where I started.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep, so I don't really remember it in the chronological order. But I did see him like in the woods at one point, and
so he had freed.
catch.
I remember. He had freed Toothless,
Yeah.
and Toothless didn't kill him.
Right, and he went back after his dad's like not his dad, the dude that was training him was like, they'll always go for the kill.
And it's like, why didn't?
He's holding up the little ball that was on the
Yeah.
end of one of the ropes.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's kind of
right.
like where I started.
Gotcha. Okay, I know exactly where you started.
Yeah.
That's pretty close to the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Man.
I was like, why is his foot still there? Because I remember him not.
yeah, like he got 2 of those.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to.
Right, yeah, so.
Spoiler.
Oops. Nah, they probably already
Yeah,
seen the
so,
animated.
if you're watching the live action, you've probably seen the animated one.
Yeah.
You still haven't seen Lilo and Stitch?
Nah, I heard it was pretty rough.
It's good. I liked it.
Oh, you liked it? Oh, okay.
I told you. I mean, a chokehold at the theater. Boys, we got any more drink?
They're like, why they do Lilo like that?
Yeah, man. I was
Like, I don't remember this happening in the animated one.
I was fighting tears, man.
Okay, yeah, I might have to go watch that one too.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. I think you'd like it. Yeah, it'll probably be on Disney Plus soon.
Yeah, okay.
But all right, man. Sign us off. Tell them what
right.
it is.
Hey, yo, so I appreciate you coming into the apartment and hanging out with us, talking with us, going into some deep conspiracy theories, and also to my, dimensional travel issue, existential crisis that I was going through. But yeah, go ahead and drop us a like, a comment, subscribe, share this content with somebody you think will enjoy it, or don't. Either way, it's fine. Shout out to again all our Spotify listeners,
Right?
Since you guys are our heavy hitters. You don't have to go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here. Peace.